Hi everyone, it's Olga Zar from SEO Sly. This is SEO podcast by SEO Sly. I don't know what episode number, but we are way over 100. Today I have a special guest, David, and I think David was with me at least two times. He was the guest on the show, so I'm very happy to have him for the third time with a lot of updates. So, David, how are you doing?
Yeah, thank you so much. Always like a big pleasure to be with you, Olga. We are huge fans of your work, and so happy to share all the updates from the community.
Yeah, perfect. So for people who may not know you or didn't watch the previous episodes, can you like briefly introduce yourself? What are you up to in SEO?
Of course, I've been with SEO world nearly 10 years already. I started with like solo projects, and then I lead and I still help chat.com with the SEO efforts from nearly zero to more than 30 million organic visits, more than 100 million in revenue. So it's like a huge giant. Then I also co-founded like an SEO agency, and finally, like my main passion now and 24/7 dedication is SEO Crawl. It's like an SEO software that still there are giants in the market and we have huge respect over them. We are trying to push really hard on innovation, on data analysis, and trying to help SEO professionals and agencies have like a better day by day. So yeah, that's kind of myself.
Yeah, thanks for the intro. So I've been using SEO Crawl for I think a long time. I have known this tool I think almost since the beginning, and it has changed like tremendously, and it is like almost like a different tool now. So can you tell me can you tell the audience like what SEO crawl is basically? What does it do?
Of course, we started like nearly 4 years and a bit more, and we try to be like a better visualization of Search Console data. Like Search Console is an amazing tool, and basically, the logic is that right now the main tools of the market are really amazing in terms of keyword research, backlink research, and they try to base all their data in estimates and forecast clickstream data, etc. But when it comes to real reporting, most of the tools like are not accurate because they don't provide real data. And that's why we are upset. We connect, Search Console, GA4, and we provide you real reporting that once you work with clients, you can be sure that what you are telling them is actually right. It's like 10%, 15, or whatever. We started just about that. Like, let's make Search Console nicer and without limit, better. And then we started to see, well, we can actually like connect Search Console with GA4. And now we can also create like a task manager so as SEO professionals can work inside the tool instead of using 30 tools at the same time. And then it's like, wow, if we create our own annotation system, we can also automate reporting. And now it comes to a place where it's like, wow, it doesn't seem like the SEO Crawl 1.0, and now it's like a kind of like an all-in suite, and it's working really, really well. Over 20,000 agencies and professionals globally. I was just speaking today with like a Korean user, which is actually like, wow, it's like people using SEO Crawl from really, really many kilometers away. And it's so exciting. We have so much love for the product, for the community, for helping the audience that it's like a really, really big passion for me right now.
Yeah, I can see that. So this is like a story from this morning. One of my clients, because there is this update going on, right? One of my clients wrote to me that today I noticed that on Ahrefs I lost like 20% of traffic or something like that. And I said, but why on Ahrefs? Did you check Google Analytics or GA4? And in those tools, there was no traffic drop. Like Ahrefs probably went crazy because of those Google updates, because like Google search results are very volatile now. And this is, I guess, the advantage, a huge advantage your tool has over those all-in-one
And
all-in-one tools, even though they are great and useful, right?
for me, it's really, really important to mention that I have like a big, big, enormous respect of Ahrefs, Team Solo, like the SEMrush team. Like I think, and of course many others. I think I have huge respect of them, but they are not great in that extent, and I think it's great to accept. I will tell you more if you allow me in a few minutes, but I'm writing a book about SEO reporting, and that's actually one of the things I cover. That even if they are amazing, I was checking, for example, the stats of chess.com, like one of the biggest sites, and Ahrefs report 8 million organic visits per month, SEMrush reports 25 million, and the reality is 19 million for the or 100, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, hey, if I report that to the CEO, maybe they fire like the team because like it's not like right data. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And those tools keep under-reporting the traffic I have on my website, for example. So, so yeah, totally, totally agree with that. Those tools are very necessary for us SEOs,
Of
but
course.
for a little bit different purposes. So each tool has like its own purpose for for us.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah. So, okay, I'll be happy to hear about the book. But now let me tell you, okay, so I log into Google Search Console. I see like overview screen with like overview of clicks, I think indexing, something else. And how does SEO Crawl make it easier for me to make sense of what I see in Google Search Console? How can I learn more? I know the answer because I don't log into Google Search Console. I usually log into SEO
I
Crawl.
love that. Yeah.
But tell me.
Yeah. For me, the number one point is something that actually they shared on Twitter and in other social networks or in X. And Google said that approximately 35, 50% of the data is only available in Search Console, which means you are missing 50, 65% of your data. And for me, that's the number one reason why SEO Crawl exists. We work the same way as BigQuery. We store 100% of the data on your own data, private data warehouse, and then we are able to provide you 100% of the data and not like 30, 40, or 60%. And that's the most important reason that we go 16 months back in the data, which is the limit from the API, and then we do not override it, which means we get you 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years of data. And that's for me one of the most important reasons that you have the complete control of 100% of your data. Having said
Yeah.
that, once you have the data, you can make like magic things, from setting brand versus non-brand in less than 10 seconds, from setting your most important keyword and URL clusters. So as you can identify, for example, in your case, how many people or SEO consultant or SEO services or SEO course, and how many people is searching for your brand name or whatever other things. And everything is automated, which I love it. It's like I add Olga as a brand name, and then automatically, like today in the future, all your names will be set it as branded. And it's like instead of spending hours, in Looker reports or whatever, like I have everything automated so I can focus on the strategy, on implementation, and things that really matter.
Yeah, this is really, really huge because setting up Google Search Console in BigQuery, this isn't for everyone. And then setting up those custom reports. And also, if you want to reflect that data in Google Looker Studio, I have like, I think one template which I shared publicly. This is like a ton of work, and people who want to replicate that, so they are not always successful in replicating my template. And here it is just a matter of logging in, setting up the report, right? Connecting to Google Search Console, and it works, right? That's all.
Yeah, like right now, I will share with your permission one frustration that I have, that I sometimes browse like LinkedIn, and every week I see like kind of like basic reports of Search Console and GA4 data, and they get viral. Like every time I see that, it's like they are viral, and then it's kind of like simple data. You need to a lot of hours to implement them, and I'm always like, hey, we have the same, but improved in SEO Crawl, and it's easy. And it's always like a challenge, to spread the word and see what we are doing. But right now, if you connect Search Console and GA4, it takes literally like 20 seconds, and like 30, 40 reports are built automatically and in the future. So for me, that's like our most important success, that we are able to build our own BigQuery at 100% of the data in less than 10 seconds, which is pretty huge actually.
Yeah, this is like, I think, yeah, something I didn't even think about it, but this is, I don't know if there is a tool that allows for that. I don't know any other tool. I don't
I
think
mean,
so.
I have made a ton of research on competitors, and I know that there are some companies, trying to make reports, make data warehouse. Recently in United States, there are some tools trying that. But until now, like the level of technology and data warehouse that we have, I don't think like any company has it right now. Of course, with all the respect, just trying to be transparent. And it's like a huge congrats for the team because they are working so hard in the last 5 years.
And how big is the team right now?
Yeah, right now we have 11 people on the team. It's mainly development team, and then we have also one designer, and yeah, that's
Any
it.
SEOs?
Yeah, right now it's like as we don't offer like SEO services. Right now, I'm kind of like the brain for the team in terms of like features, feedback, and something that I'm really proud that we keep doing is that I'm able to make like demos myself, interview users, so we have like a super close connection with the community, and I'm so happy that we still do that.
Yeah, sure, sure. So maybe I will now share like some of my favorite features of this tool, but I'm pretty sure that probably I don't use like all of its potential yet, and I hope to improve. Maybe I will share my screen, and then you can help
Yeah,
me
please. I
if
would
I
love
get stuck.
it.
Okay.
Actually, like in the book that I just like a few things.
Yeah, sure.
I'm trying to share how to automate the reporting and the setup in a really high level, step by step. And I'm so excited because it's like the book that I would have dreamed to receive, and I'm trying to produce it myself right now. So I'm super motivated to create it.
Yeah, yeah, I'll be happy to like promote the book. When do you think it will come out?
In September. It brings a lot of like time working on it. So in September we will have it.
Oh, it's like around the corner.
Yes,
Okay.
not beginning, like more end
Okay.
together with October, but yeah, it's close.
Okay. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen, and one of the things which I don't think you have to be like a super nerdy person, and which really is super useful is you log in and you see those predictions, which is like I really love them because predicting in SEO, doing those things, I don't like doing that, even though it isn't really so difficult, but I log in and I see that and I check like every single client this way every week, every month, and I more or less see where they are, where they're going. And if there is like any traffic loss, traffic drop, I can like within 3 clicks know what happened. And in Google Search Console, it usually wasn't, it required a little bit more knowledge of those filters and all of that. And here I can basically like navigate to, like, for example, which one was it? Maybe you can help me. New
Yeah, top
and
changes,
top
performance and
changes.
top changes.
Yeah, top changes. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I can very quickly see like which pages are doing great, which aren't, which keywords, which is like a game changer for me. I can just click on a keyword, and this is something I love. I click on a keyword, I can see the data about the keywords, and here I just switch to URL and I can see what URLs are ranking for that keyword, or here in this case, I can see that I have a featured snippet. And one of the
Actually,
yeah,
Olga, if you allow me,
sure.
in the book, I will send it to you once it's finalized.
Oh,
I will create like a postcard with you as an official SEO Crawl ambassador because the way you describe SEO Crawl is the way it was born, and it's like a 5 minute checking of the dashboard, and that's it. And SEO Crawl is not a tool to build to make you spend hours and hours. It's like everything is fine according to my strategy. Yes, let's keep pushing hard. If not, data is already there to see like what's wrong, and that's exactly like the way we thought about it, and I love to hear that you're using that way, so thank you.
yeah. I just want to I just want to show like those most obvious probably things, but the things that make my life easier on a daily basis, and the things I do the most with SEO crawl. But as I said, I probably don't use like I use only like 5% of its potential.
Yeah.
So
so
and yeah, please go ahead.
please finish, and I will tell you something about rank tracker.
Okay. So another thing, I recently had a new client who came to me, and they had like horrible, like the biggest cannibalization I have ever seen in my life, really. Like everything was ranking for everything. And this tool really helped me a ton with like sorting what pages rank, because every page was ranking for basically every keyword. So I was able to easily sort the pages that have the most impression for that keyword, or clicks and so on. And it is like super, super easy. Here is the cannibalization report, right? You can probably tell way more about it, but this is really, really, really useful. So now it's your
Yeah.
turn to talk about it.
Yeah, there are like actually like many reports. Some of them could be like called a one-time report. For example, cannibalization. If the client has a big issue, then it's very important. If not, probably it's like a
Hmm,
once per month like task, or once per quarter, because it's normally not like a very common thing. But for me, what I think it's like the key changer, I will start with your permission with annotations.
sure.
And for me, this is like the number one feature of the whole SEO Crawl. Like by default, what we have
Oh
is like
yeah, yeah,
every
yeah, of course. Now it is the perfect time to talk about it.
exactly. So it's like every time there's a Google Core update, we automate the reporting. Right now, the graph shows to zero because it's not ready. Like not 7 days have passed, so it's like completely fine. And after 7 days, you receive automatically in your inbox, like for every single project you are managing, how this Google Core update has affected you in terms of keywords, URLs, countries, if you are losing or you are winning traffic, and it's like an automated report instead of receiving like 100 emails. And this is probably like the feature I like the most in terms of Google Core updates. However, I think custom annotations are even more powerful because many SEO professionals will tell us, wow, but there's also like seasonality. It could be like
Yeah,
another effect.
migration.
And that's true. That's true. And that's why I think custom annotations are the key. Like every time you change something in the title, you publish new content, you make A/B tests, you can basically automate 100% of the results tracking here. You simply click add annotations in the top right corner, and basically you tell the system what you have done. I have changed this, I have published this content, I have created a link building campaign, I have changed the title structure for all my categories, and basically the system learns about that and tells you the result. It's like it was a successful change or a negative change. And not only you are able to see when everything happened, but especially which changes were positive and which changes were negative. And in your case, for example, in terms of client management, for me it's key. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
I created all of these tasks and I created all this impact. And you can see actually like the results of my work without me spending hours building personalized reports for you that could be altered, etc. So my number one feature.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And as you can see here, my website was mostly coasting through Google updates in a positive way. We'll see how this one
Yeah, you're doing great. So I don't
rolls
think it will
out.
be updated.
Yeah, yeah.
and
But yeah, sure. Go ahead.
and my second favorite feature is if you go to Rank Tracker, you will see many options like key keywords page, etc. But keywords, it's for me like the number one. Basically, without doing anything, the 100% of the keywords are tracked, and especially with the heat maps, we can see automatically like potential. For example, in your case, YouTube advanced search, search by video, video search are keywords with a ton of traffic potential. Maybe not 100% aligned with our goals, but just to put an example,
Uh-huh.
but for clicks. So visually, I'm able to see which keywords have like an average, higher average CTR, which are ranking at the top, which not. But then you have around 20,000 keywords. It would be like a nightmare to work one by one on them. So what we do, really easy, we set them up with brand on brand and with searches, and we'll be able to classify all of them automatically. So we go search intent and configure the green button.
Sorry, where?
Yeah, you open the search intent
Yeah.
dropdown and in the green button configure.
Oh, okay. Sure. Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
and then we can probably add one condition would be seriously, and the other
Mm-hmm.
probably your brand, your name.
Yeah, okay.
Here, yeah,
Contains. Yeah.
contains perfect
Uh,
and new condition. Yeah, just with your name, it would grab all the variants. So just with Olga, it would be
oh,
perfect.
right. Makes sense. Perfect sense. Yeah. Okay.
Great. So now we refresh the page. Let's see if everything is fine and all the tags have been added properly. It should be like a fast process. Yeah, maybe it needs a little bit more time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a few minutes, but
Yeah,
basically,
sure.
now our system will go all the data back and we'll search for your name and Seodli and we'll set them as tag as branded keywords. In the future, if tomorrow someone searches Olga reviews or Seodli reviews or whatever, our system will already know this data and will
Yeah.
set them as branded keywords. And then automatically now if we try search intent and we check non-branded, let's see if everything is fine and all the data is already populating.
Yeah.
Yeah, the KPIs at the top are updated, and also all the branded except one has been
This
there.
one.
I will take a look
Yeah.
because sometimes
Maybe
it
there
doesn't
is a
grab
typo,
or whatever.
or I made a typo. No.
Maybe it
Yeah,
just need a
sure.
few minutes. It gives a
Yeah,
ton of
yeah.
data, and sometimes we just need a few minutes. But basically, it will grab all the branded and non-branded keywords, and then we generate a brand versus non-brand report. If you go to the rank tracker in the menu,
Okay, okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then brand versus non-brand, the penultimate. Yeah, if everything is well and everything has been added,
Yeah, it looks like it is still kind
yeah,
of
still
digesting.
populating. But here we'll be able to see all the data.
Uh-huh.
And then at the bottom of the chart, we'll see all the branded queries and all the non-branded queries. So
Yeah,
if you
like
wish, yeah,
this is perfect.
we can go to rank tracker keywords and I will explain the last thing. I don't want to bore the
Sure,
community.
sure. Yeah, yeah. I just want to like say one thing that I'm very often hired to do traffic drop analyses. And as I think I already kind of mentioned that this is like super, super useful. I can like in 5 seconds say, okay, so you lost on that phrase and that page lost traffic, and we can like investigate just those pages
Exactly.
or this phrase. Yeah, super useful. Okay.
And one of the things we try to fix is that until now, the process was kind of like, okay, I have identified like a big drop or a client called me because I see a huge drop, and then I make the analysis. In order to avoid this happening and try to be proactive, we also launch alerts, like the second item in the menu.
Yeah.
And it's pretty nice because by default, it will alert you of like huge spikes and huge downs in keywords and URLs, which means if one URL starts declining, you will receive an email saying, hey, the trend of this keyword was
Yeah.
like it's like this. Like is everything expected or is starting to go down and not avoid the situation where like 2 weeks happen and then you see like a dramatic drop off of traffic. And all of this is emailed by you automatically as you prefer, like every day, every week, every month. And I love this because it's like one proactive approach of like not just trying to
Yeah,
lower the
yeah.
traffic and that's it.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think it was once received these alerts, and I didn't notice a small drop in one of my websites before. Like, kind of, I didn't notice. And this was actually good that I received that email because I should have noticed. So,
Perfect.
so yeah, it can
And
be again a lifesaver. Yeah.
yeah, and I can share a bit later, and I don't want to go into like many details, but the same happens, for example, with the monitor.
Uh
In the
huh.
menu, we also have like a code monitor, which basically tracks 100% of the code of your website. And if something breaks in terms of like headings, tag manager, analytics, or whatever, it will automatically tell you an email. If you want, you can click next.
Yeah.
Um,
Sure.
we will monitor top URLs, and this is exactly what we track. Title,
Oh.
canonical, headings, like basically every SEO element that is important for
Uh
us.
huh.
And then once we check on them, we can define how frequent we would love to receive updates. Like every day, every week, ASAP, etc.
Yeah.
And then if something breaks, and this has saved also many lives because it's like, wow, suddenly a developer like breaks the URL or the tag manager or
Or the
whatever.
client
And
changes something without telling
exactly.
me.
This was really frustrating, because you invest a lot of time in the SEO audit or SEO setup or however we would like to call it. We do all the improvements, all the changes, and then suddenly sometimes the client want to do their own changes, whatever, and if you don't notice, like they can break your work. And this exactly like avoids that.
Totally.
And
Totally.
finally, my last section that I would love to explain is rank tracker keywords.
Okay.
Yeah, we are still making changes, so I hope everything works perfectly. But basically, it's about smart views. Okay, so this is your project. So if you can scroll down, I will try to search something
Oh, I think
interesting.
the tags are
Ah, perfect, great. So imagine I see you have some checklist.
question.
Okay,
Question.
we will
Yeah.
we will add some tags to it just to make it best. We go at the top, please, and
Okay.
at the right corner we have manage tags. Okay, we are going to create a rule which is called checklist for every single keyword that contains checklist, for example, in singular. Yeah,
Oh, so I'll just call it checklist, contains checklist.
perfect. And then we save it. Yeah, it's a bit risky to do like all the demos in real time because maybe something breaks or whatever,
Yeah,
but
yeah, or
we will
it
try
may not
it.
populate. Yeah, sure.
um, Great. Now we are going to create an advanced filter next to the search button a bit below. Like we have search intent, smart view, and advanced filter.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we are going to say include dimension, a keyword. Now dimension is fine. We are going to leave condition empty and we go directly to tag. And here, sorry, refresh the page. I forgot to tell you, sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Advanced filters. And we are going to remove this one at the right corner, yeah, to avoid any issue. Yeah. And then include keyword. And then tag. It's still not there.
Oh, maybe question. We can choose
If you want,
question.
let's try question, sure.
Yeah.
And then instead of applying, or we
Oh,
can apply,
sorry.
of
That
course, of
was
course,
too fast.
advanced filters.
I will
And we are
undo
going
that.
to click Smart View.
Okay, 1 second.
Perfect.
Smart view. Okay, condition. 1 second.
Now include keyword, we leave condition empty and tag question. Perfect. And then
Okay.
save to Smart View. And sorry, if you go here at the bottom, save to Smart
Oh,
View.
yeah, yeah,
Here.
sure.
Perfect. At the beginning, it's a bit tricky, but the result is so
Sure.
nice that once you do it once, it's like perfect. And
Oh,
now
okay.
we close this. And in the Smart View at the top, you will see that we have created next to advanced filters, you have a button called Smart View below impressions.
Below impressions. 1 second.
Here, a bit below Smart View next to
Oh,
search
yeah.
intent. Here, perfect.
Sure.
And then if you click on it, basically all the KPIs at the top and the list of keywords has been updated only containing questions, which means how, where, when, etc. So now just an example of questions, but imagine this for every single thing on your website. How many keywords are related to checklist? How many keywords are branded versus non-branded? How many people is searching for consultant or SEO services or SEO course? And basically the goal is to create like a preset a list of keywords that once you need to do reporting, it's like a literally one click.
Yeah, this is like super. Let's do one with keywords contains consultant.
Exactly. And we take to Smart View and we take consultant, exactly. And then we
Okay.
go to Smart View, we and apply one and apply the other, exactly.
And let's
I'm,
see.
I'm, I'm even nervous.
Me too. How well I rank for. Okay, it
Yeah, you
looks
see?
like.
And I know because the heat maps, etc., are applied in real time, which means you can see the most important search keywords, your performance versus them. And it's like if you do this once, every time, every month or every quarter, once you would like to do reporting, it's like literally one click. And
Yeah.
for you, it may be like, consultant, course, etc. But imagine for every company, like my core keywords, brand versus non-brand, like my different verticals. And it's like literally another level of reporting. You can export the data, whatever you
Yeah,
wish. We
totally.
achieved it. Yeah, it was hard.
And I rank for almost 200 keywords with consultant in it. So
Exactly. I mean, it's
that's
like, okay, you have 20K organic visits per month or whatever, And imagine you would like to reach like 50 or 100K. It's like, where's the potential? Shall I go like consultant? Shall I go course or whatever? And this basically tells you, hey, for a consultant, there's like a ton of searches and you already have some traction. So maybe it's like the way to go. And it tells you also like which URL is ranking. If we click the URL, that's something that we have not seen and I like it. If you click the URL, like SEO consultant, this is probably the page that connects more data and it's more amazing. First, we see the Search Console pre-visualization in real time, like how this page is looking in Google. Then we connect in real time with Google Indexing API to show when was the last time that Google crawled the URL, if the canonical is fine, which are the technical improvements we can do for this page, how many keywords it has. It's like a ton of data. It can take a few seconds to load, and that's
Oh, it
fine
is
because it takes,
doing like this live test right now?
yeah, right now.
Oh, that's
And if you
perfect.
scroll down, all the data of keywords, of course, is saved in our database. But if you scroll down even more, it's like a technical analysis of the page. Like URLs with regex, you have even an extension. If you click on page, you will see everything in real time.
Oh, nice.
And warnings, past audits, and let's see if the top section has been loaded, but it's one of the ones that I like the most.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like 19th of August at 23 p.m. at night was the last time that Google visited the page. And for me, that's like a key indicator. If it's 1 week ago, maybe Google, had some issues, it's not liking the content, but now it's super fresh, like crowd rate, and it's nice. And you're actually crushing it lately for this
Yeah, got
URL.
it. Not too many clicks. SEO consultant is a very, very difficult phrase. I've been trying it for a long time. I am like sometimes I will at some point I think I was even 12, then I was then I was 20. Now I think I am around again 20. For a long time I was 60, so I am fighting this one and I think
Step
it
by
will
step.
take a long time.
But yeah, I
Oh,
mean, then we have many other things, but it was maybe like too much to explain right now. So I'm more like up to you if you would like me to explain something in detail or something because we have so many things. Probably, if you allow me, one of the things that I love the most is about
sure.
our nearest feature, and that's actually what I like the most. And those are like 5 new products that we are launching in the next 3 to 6 months. So
Sure. If you want to share your screen.
actually, I will read my own Slack
Oh,
because
sure. Please. So I will start
I would love
sharing.
not not would love to miss anything. So yeah, the first one is like an automatic search intent classifier, and actually I can share that. It's in beta, so no one will see it yet, just a few users. But I think I can share that really quickly. Let's see if I can share my
Yeah, sure.
screen. Myron, just 10 seconds, please.
No worries.
Okay, share my screen.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, last 20. Okay, so that's it. I'm showing data of chance.com with the permission of the company, of course. And
No.
basically, we get all the data in terms of like clicks, etc., and we classify all the different kind of search intent. Of course, we are still making improvement for this page because it grabs some things that may not be like 100% perfect. But in this case, we are able to see how many keywords are chess oriented, how many people is looking for online activities in Spanish, branded terms, also branded terms, how many people is looking for a game, how many people is looking to play. And as we have the percentage of them, it's like being able to distribute like all the demand of these
Yeah.
keywords around this. And once we segment them in groups, let's stop sharing. Okay. Once we segment that in groups, it could be like really massive because it's like, for example, for you, how many people searching for brand versus consultant versus whatever. And it's like, okay, where's the potential of traffic? And that's actually launching really, really soon once we end up some improvements and on small things.
Okay. So when can we expect that? Very soon.
September. Yeah, and that's on
Okay,
the first
September.
week. So yeah, it's super close. Second product would be indexing, automatic indexing. Right now, with Google Search Console, sometimes there are issues about URLs being sent in the sidebar and not sent, etc. So we are connecting the indexing API, and we are being able to show you the indexing status in real time and also force indexing requests.
Oh,
And we have the products really advanced, and it's also launching middle of September or end of September. And it's super exciting because you will be able to send 200 requests per day or even more to the indexing API, and it really works. So another exciting product. Then we
Yeah.
have the slides reporting system. Basically, and I'm sharing everything transparent because we have it in the roadmap, so we have no secrets. And it's basically like an alternative to Google Slides built directly inside SEO Crawl, where you build one report and then you can automate that. It's like, I would love this report with those widgets and those filters to be generated to myself every month. And then you can add your own nodes, your own insight, images, third party data sources, whatever. And it's also like a next step in reporting and in helping the all the community be more efficient and save time. And super exciting, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Any other updates?
Yeah, blended data, putting together Search Console and GA4 in one single report. So as you can see, pages with the highest click and highest bounce rate, lowest conversion versus highest impression. So for me, Search Console and GA4 make like a really great match. GA4 UI is a bit of a nightmare. So we are also creating like our own very big data warehouse and dashboard for GA4 because right now, personally, I feel it's super, super complex to use, and we are trying to help with that. And finally, like the book, the SEO reporting book tries to cover like every single element we need for a proper SEO reporting with tools, with step, with etc. And yeah, it's
Yeah.
so
Tell me
exciting.
more, even more about the book, more details.
Yeah, in those 10 years, I have made like every possible SEO report, like manual automated with tools, myself, etc. And I'm trying to really create like a comprehensive guide using SEO Crawl, like how we can take our reporting from this to this without investing hundreds of hours, without being crazy about like how to prepare everything, and being able to automate that for 100 or 100 clients and like step by step covering everything we need. What we have seen, for example, the smart views, is just like a super small percentage of like how we can make the whole process. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'm working really hard on that.
Yeah. So a question: what makes a good SEO report?
For me, like number one is like accurate data. It's
Uh-huh.
like both in the source and like the amount of data we get. And then especially it's like super adjustable to what the user needs. And that's something that we are trying to make in SEO Crawl. For example, if you are focusing on the US market, it doesn't make sense that I prepare for you an international SEO report. So I don't
Mhm.
care about international SEO. But for a company that it's like a multinational, it could be number one. So really understanding which is like the end data that I would love to have. For me, it's like the key. And once the goals are clear, being able to do that fast in a fast way. I would love to have a report in seconds. If like someone from the team asks something, being able to provide that without investing a lot of time, that makes like combination between accuracy and efficiency from my perspective.
Okay. And where will people be able to buy the book on Amazon or like how, or will it be free? I don't know.
You know, right now I'm so like focused on creating like a high quality book that there are some things that still are figuring out. At the beginning, we are thinking in making like a free distribution, like wherever we go in terms of conferences and sponsorship. We're now visiting different events, and then we will see like how people can acquire. But it's more for us like to really spread the world out and spread all what we believe we are doing great than not just like selling the book and that's it. So of course you will get a copy and we'll make some nice things together in terms of copies, etc.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Can't wait. Okay, so a question about the links report in SEO Crawl. Can you tell me more about it?
Of course. So basically, right now, link building, even if Google tells it doesn't work, it's still a thing. So many people spending like thousands of dollars in PR campaigns, like link building campaigns, etc. However, not all the medium are fair, which means after some time, some of them may change to no follow, remove it, change whatever about the link. And it's really easy to miss that. Like as an SEO professional, many people are focused on many things and it's really difficult to keep track of everything. So basically we have created a way where you have an Excel file where with all the links you have purchased, and you simply upload it to SEOcrawl, and SEOcrawl will monitor them once per month, so as to see if the anchor changes or the follow to no follow changes or they remove it, and automatically send you an alert, because that saves domain authority and money for you or your company or your client. And it's really easy to set up. It's like an Excel file with all the data you have. You simply upload it to SEOcrawl, and SEOcrawl does all the monitoring.
Okay, and does SEO Crawl like also connect to the links that Google Search Console usually shows for your website?
Not yet. We
Uh-huh.
have tried a few things, and many people saying, "Hey, we want like more link data, etc." But it's a bit tricky. Sometimes data is not included in the API. Sometimes it's not accurate. So, for example, one of the things we also tried was about fresh data. Like Google, the API from Google can provide even real-time fresh data for Search Console. And we invested like more than 1 month in development, and the data we were getting, it was wrong, like was not
Uh-huh.
accurate, was incomplete, was giving a ton of errors. So that's why, for example, right now, Search Console and of course SEO Pro has a delay of like 2-3 days versus today, because like the rest of the data was not right. And we tried to send messages to the API, John Mueller and everyone, but step by step.
Uh-huh. Okay. And what about the crawl stats reports? Will there
Yeah,
be, yeah?
big updates coming. That's more about October, November, December. But basically,
Okay.
right now, it's like a very big crawler. Of course, with our own technology. It's not third party or anything. We build it from the very, very scratch to where it is right now. And it's like a one report. Right now, what we are building is like a full web crawler, kind of like a cloud screening frog, where you will be able
Uh-huh.
to launch your own crawls, schedule them, have a dashboard. And I kind of like send you I can share my mockup. Not sure
Yeah,
if I'm doing
please.
too much, but I will do it.
Please do. So will it be like executing JavaScript as well?
Yeah, and it's
So it
it's
will
already
be
scheduled.
okay for like huge enterprise websites?
Exactly. There's no
Oh.
limits, and the way SEOcrawl is built, it's like auto scalable. So there are kind of no limits in terms of like a URL, size of the site, etc. So let me see if
Yeah,
I can share
perfect.
my screen. I'm actually sharing my even like Figma file. So
I have to publish this episode very quickly so that it will have
yeah.
a ton of
So
like
I do not
secret
regret.
information. Yeah.
So it's like a very big like
Wait,
dashboard in terms of
one second.
you see
Okay.
my screen?
Now it's
Okay.
added to the yeah.
And then we have issue detector with all the errors detected. We have also like crawl inside, partial crawls or total crawls, new project with
Nice.
JavaScript rendering. And yes, that's it. Too much.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, we have a ton of things on our roadmap. The community is really like motivating us a lot with like feedback, suggestions, and support. So it's like really like a big connection.
Yeah, okay. And like do you have a free trial?
Yeah, right now that's something that I really love. When you sign up to SEO Crawl, you don't need like credit cards or anything. You
Uh-huh.
can simply choose whatever package it fits in terms of like size of project, number of project, and then you experiment like the whole subscription of SEO Crawl. You have 7 days without any time of commitment, credit card or anything. And then that's something I always say. If you are happy, it really saves time or it really saves money, then go for it. And if not, like we will keep working hard. And yes, there's something that we are working super hard to let people experiment without any limit.
Yeah, and can you talk about the packages like for like how does it work?
Sure. Actually, I will share the pricing page
Sure.
because we make it new like 2 weeks ago or something
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
Please do.
So let's see. Do you see my screen?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Perfect. So basically, there are basically three packages, like business, elite, or enterprise. It has a ton of data because we would love to be transparent, but at the end of the day, it's like number of clicks per month, combining all your projects and number of projects. So normally, for any
Okay.
SEO consultant that it's running for a few years, elite is like the most popular, and then enterprise or even like enterprise custom are always like pretty popular packages because our agencies with custom packages or really big enterprise and banks that have like a ton of data. So these would be like the packages. And here we have explained basically everything, like Search Console Data Warehouse, a rank tracker, SEO dashboard, basically everything. And there's something that I really love. Sorry that I scroll a lot. I will
Please
not
do.
try to make.
No
And
problem.
I'm recording like a 1 hour full onboarding session, like explaining step by
Oh,
step how to make the most. And the book, for example, will be something that will be given for every person starting like a new subscription, independently of the country. And this is something that I love about the team. I'm super proud. There are also like some partners and investors. That's why there are like more than 11 faces. But I really love like what we are doing and the mission we have. I need to say personally that I was really afraid 5 years ago because like everyone knows like the revenue and the size of like the big giant SEO tool. But suddenly you see, SEO Crawl, like a small startup, crushing it, many people using it and becoming like a kind of preference in for dashboard reporting and data. And I'm so proud of what we have achieved so far.
yeah, because I think the only way now to succeed, whether it is like in tools, whether it is like being an SEO consultant or having a blog, you need to have like your unique kind of advantage, right? And this is
Exactly.
basically
Exactly.
what's
And
needed.
a ton of passion, because at the end of the day, I think some people may not be aware of the amount of like hours, work, and dedication you need to really build something, even if it's like a course, a consultant services, or even like a SaaS. And we really give everything we have at 300% from Monday to Sunday. And sometimes it's really encouraging when people say, "Hey, I love how you have improved, love the new features," and it's like, "Hey, another energy for 1 year."
You're saying from Monday to Sunday? Do you work
Yeah,
7 days
like
a week?
brain doesn't stop, even if it's
Yeah.
like relax away from computer. Like the other day, I was walking with my dog, and it's like, wow, we can do this with SEO Crawl, taking notes, and it's like very big passion inside ourselves.
I can totally relate to that. Like recently with my course, the same story. I couldn't stop. I took finally a few days off. I was on a bike or hiking in the mountains, and the same thing. Oh, I have this idea. Oh, I have that idea. So,
I mean, as long as you love it, I think it's fine. Of course, with time then to disconnect. So yeah, we'll keep going.
yeah, totally. One more question. How do I make it to your webpage where you showed those people?
Yeah, it's like it's like the pricing page. I will.
Not
I
necessarily the
mean,
pricing. Yeah, just funny question.
yeah, SEOcrawl.com/em. It's like basically all the information, and at the top you have the pricing menu. And then if you start the trial, you will see at the top like 7 days left, visit pricing, and that's where we find the team, etc. And we have also like a team page only for to show the team. So yeah.
Yeah, sure. And if I have a lot of websites, but those websites do not have a lot of traffic, there basically I can add 100 websites, but as long as they don't exceed the number of clicks, I'm okay,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. The same way, if there are some strange combinations, I'm managing 100 very small local business, but I need like super few clicks. We also build a custom packages. We want to
Oh,
support. It doesn't make sense to charge enterprise if you are small. So we do custom packages. The other way that if some people have one project with 100 million clicks, then it's also like enterprise and not like business.
okay, that's cool. Any final tips, thoughts to share?
Yeah, really grateful for your time as always, Olga. I'm super excited about the book, really. So I will make sure to share with you if you allow me in a few weeks, and hopefully people will be able to enjoy it really soon.
Yeah, of course, I'll be happy to like share my thoughts on the book with the world. So, where can people find you, follow you? Are you like active on social media?
Like wherever we have now Telino Theli, which is our amazing social media manager. So we are in Twitter, LinkedIn, doing some small Instagram and YouTube recording video guides, tips, etc. So we try to be there to help the community, not just be a ton of active in everything, but just trying to share our work.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So, David, thank you so much. I learned a lot. And I promise to keep learning more and watch all the tutorials, because I feel there is a lot for me, more to me, for me to learn and make more use of SEO Crawl.
Of course, like thanks always to you, like super grateful. And yeah, let's keep in touch because I said huge fans of your work, Olga.
Yeah, me too. Thank you. So thanks
Thank
everyone,
you.
and bye bye.